Okay. So, as a lot of you know, there's going on. There is a blood moon eclipse coming up on March 3rd. It will peak here in Vegas at 3:33 a.m. Okay. I find it very interesting though that I've been seeing 222, 333, and I literally woke up today at 444 from my nap. And earlier today, I woke up at 333 again. So, but I woke up today 444, and I had a channel message come through right away, and it says they really thought that they could keep you in a box, but you rose up. You rose up, queen. You rose up, king. Defying gravity, space, and time. Love is coming to you quickly. You have been through high water, hell and high water, actually. You've come up from the murkiest swamps, the deepest quicksand, and a whole lot of MFing fire. They did not know who they were messing with. You are GDM strong. Keep going, my kings and queens. Keep rising, my beautiful Phoenix family. I love you and I am so proud of you. So that's what I woke up and that's what I woke up with today at 444. And I felt like I had to come on and share that with you because I think a lot of you out there are really needing to hear this. And I feel like a lot of you out there really need encouragement right now. And yes, you'll hear my little one in the background because she's out being cute as heck. I'm just here kind of chilling, hanging out right now, doing whatever I do. I draw, I write, I do my poetry. Just popping in to pay a visit to you all because I haven't been on here for a while. Most of you know I've lost my son recently, and so I lost my 27-year-old son, James Julius Williams, recently, November 6th. We were able to raise enough money for the cremation and for the celebration of life. For those of you who showed up at the celebration of life, I'm very happy you guys showed up, and it was a beautiful celebration of life for my beautiful son. So thank you to any of you out there who may be watching this, who knew my son and my family. It's been quite a while. I've done a lot of healing, and I'm still healing, but you know what? I'm solid and I'm going strong, and I'm just here to hopefully help somebody else go strong, be solid. Give you guys, I'm just here for a pick you up today, you guys. Like, I'm literally here just to lift some spirits today, and give people a safe place to talk for a little bit. I just felt like it was, I don't know, I just felt like it was time to come back because I've been off of this channel for a while, and I was on hermit mode and I was taking back my power. Meaning I wasn't going to let anybody tell me you know what anymore, and nobody's going to tell me about me, period. Okay, guys? Because I know my worth and I am done with games. I'm done with these people that are just ridiculous. But yeah, I'm here for you guys though, because I know someone out there right now, sorry, needs to hear this. It needs to be encouraged and let them know, to let you guys know that you are loved. Okay? I'm sorry for the noise. I know my little one is so noisy, but she's so cute. But I just felt the need to come back on, guys and gals, because I've been away for a while. And I just, there's a lot to me that people don't understand, and they never will, okay? Period. And I'm fine with that. I don't expect people to understand me. I don't care if people accept me for me or who I am or what I believe. My complete belief is that everything works together for the greater good. It's a lot to go into, so I probably won't be going into detail since I did wake up at 4:44 a.m. and it is late and my little one is up, so clearly I'm gonna have a busy night, right? So, uh, yes, I have faith in God, okay? I used to like the term Christian until I saw what the term Christianity, did to Jesus, okay? Everything turned into organized religion. I don't agree with organized religion. As far as the Bible goes, I believe that there is a lot of truth in that Bible. Yet I believe some people have tampered with it, okay? And I know that there has been many books taken out. But what remains in the book still helps people. And there is history to back it up. In especially it mentions the places like Israel, Jerusalem, Egypt. You guys got to check it out, okay? Like for those of you who really want to know, I mean, I got people that I talk about everything here, guys, okay? Anywhere from religion to spirituality, I talk about everything, right? And from my own experience in my life and my own point of view, okay? From what I've learned, people do not want to let their toxic behaviors go, okay? They don't want to leave what hurts them behind. They don't want to forgive the people that have hurt them, okay? They would rather hold all of that grief and sadness and grudges until the day they die, okay? So sadly, there are a lot of humans that are in need of guidance, help, healing, okay? But it's kind of like helping an addict. You cannot help them get clean unless they want to get clean, okay? So this is why I really don't waste my breath on, trying to convince people of my beliefs, trying to explain everything. I'm not here to change people's point of view. I'm not here to do anything but lift the vibration and hopefully lift some spirits, help some people stay strong and get through life. If one thing did get me through everything that I've gone through in my life, it is definitely God, straight up. So that is why I have a lot of faith in God, okay? He has been my strength, literally, quite literally been my strength through many losses, through many hardships. I think those that want to be saved by Jesus and want to believe in God can be saved. But people got to give them the reins, they don't want to let their control go, they don't want to trust in a God that they can't see. They don't want to believe in something they can't touch and feel, okay? And I totally understand it. Okay? This is the thing about me, all right? I consider myself like a master of duality here because I can put myself in many people's shoes. The gifts that I was born with, God gave them to me. So those of you who think that my gifts are from the devil, you got another thing coming. God blesses everybody with their own kind of gifts. Sometimes it's creativity, sometimes it's mathematics, sometimes it's architecture. Sometimes it's things as simple as that. Music, poetry, right? There are quite a few what I call old souls that are gifted with spiritual gifts, though. Gifts of healing, gifts of blessing, gifts of prophecy, okay? There's a lot to it, and it's a lot to go into, but I have my reasons. I've got my reasons to believe what I believe, just as everybody has their reasons to believe what they believe. And a lot of times people only have their own experiences to go by. Okay? So when I do things like this, I take into consideration that everybody is different and they all come from different backgrounds, different places, different sufferings, different cultures, different beliefs. They were all raised differently, okay? And I am considerate about what they believe because that's what they were raised with and that's all that they know, okay? So I don't sit here and I don't judge people. I'm not going to sit here and judge people. It's just not my thing. Hi, by the way, everybody. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm just here kind of to chat a little bit and hopefully something resonates with you guys. Can help lift your spirits, give you some strength. A lot of times, the reason people sit and judge me and have a lot of negative stuff to say is because they have no idea what I've been through. Okay? No idea what I've been through in my life. And there are so many other people out there who can say the same. You understand? So I don't be mean to people. I don't belittle people. I don't play games. I don't let people play games with me. I don't use people, and I'm not going to let people use me, period. Okay? Because part of that is being in your own power, having your strength, knowing your limits. And if you have strong faith, strong heart, strong spirit, strong mind, everything, there's no limits, you guys. Okay? You can do whatever you put your mind to. And I know a lot that society, there's a lot of things in society that say that it's not okay to be yourself. And I know that there are things that the government wants to control constantly. That's why they put all that BS on the media. That's why they're starting wars constantly, right? It's just so stupid, right? Like, humans were born to be human. They weren't born to be monsters, okay? Period. So if somebody has lost their humanity, they need to get back in touch with it. If somebody has based their entire life on only the pain that they have suffered and not the strength it took to get through it, then they're lost, dude. You guys need to understand. We go through the things that we go through because it is meant to make us stronger. It's meant to not only help us heal, but to help heal others, okay? There are so many people out there, they feel alone every single day, okay? But guess what? There are how many billion people on this earth, okay? And every single one of them can say the same thing because there are times that they all feel like they're completely alone, right? But we are all in this together and nobody freaking realizes that, or they don't remember it, or they choose not to see it, okay? I do a lot of different material. You know, I talk about material is not the right word. My content, okay, it is a wide variety of everything, okay, that has to do with being human, all right, and life experience and healing and believing in yourself, you know. So many people have suffered so much trauma in their life and nobody even takes time to realize that most of them can't see outside of themselves. Let me word it like that, okay? They only see their own suffering. They don't really see the suffering around, which I understand, okay? People don't believe that empaths exist, but they definitely do. I'm an empath, okay? And a lot of times when people feel the pain of everything going on in the world, it's too much, it's too heavy, okay? So I can understand why people will want to shut themselves down. They'll want to shut themselves off. They want to protect their heart. They don't want to feel, okay? But there are people out there that need to understand vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Genuine is not weird, crazy, stupid. Genuine is wholesome, okay? That's what it is. Genuinely be yourself, all right? Believe in yourself. Do the things that make you happy. Okay? Don't be a jerk, clearly. All right? You gotta love people. You want to be loved on, you gotta love people. You want attention, you have to give people attention. You know? Um, if you're like me and you're kind of quiet, you know, you don't say a lot. You're not on media a whole lot. Nobody knows what the hell you're up to. Okay? It leaves people wondering and it leaves them confused. Okay? Um, but the truth is, it doesn't really matter what they think, how they feel. Okay? When it comes to you being yourself and doing what makes you happy is one of the greatest things in your life. Okay? And I mean wholesome things. I don't mean bad things, guys. Okay? I don't mean things that hurt people, because that's not wholesome. If you're doing stuff because you want to hurt people, not the way to go. Not how to be kind, not how to bring blessings, not how to bring good karma on you, whatever you guys believe. Because see, this is the thing. I catch hell a lot, okay? Because after all the research that I have done, both in the Bible, both spiritually, both religiously, both culturally, all of that together, all the research that I've been doing, clearly any rabbit hole you go down, you have to go down with discernment, okay? I feel like I want to say all humans because I want to believe in all humans, right? But I'm going to say most humans because I do know that there are some humans out there that just don't know how to feel. They don't know how to express love. They were never shown it, so they don't know how to express it, right? A lot of times people go through life in an unconscious state, right? And there are just so many blessings, you guys. Like there are blessings even in the hardships, okay? Because there are important life lessons in the hardships, all right? And a lot of us as humans get full of ourselves, right? We get caught up in the world. We get caught up on bigger, better, faster, more, right? And I mention this and talk about this actually a lot. Because when I go on my walks, which are supposed to bring me peace, I cannot help but see the craziness and the idiocy and the ignorance in this world. I can't unsee it. I can't not notice it, right? I am just a person that can't not notice those things, all right? So I'm walking and I'll be trying to cross a crosswalk, for example, and people just keep on driving. They don't care that you got that light to cross. They don't care, right? I'm a grown ass adult, okay? But there are kids, your kids, your children, your family members, your elderly folks that are out there, okay, trying to cross that road safely. And all of these people want to just continue to just care about nothing but themselves and get caught up in what I call the false matrix, you know? And it hurts my heart. It does, right? For the religious people, right? The godly people, or people that claim they're godly or believe in God, whatever, because you know, there are many levels of that, and there are many levels of spirituality. There are many levels of pain. There are many levels of experiences in our life, but they all are meant to work for the greater good, okay? In the end. And of course, if you don't have faith, you're not going to understand that. And if it's something you don't believe, you won't understand that. It'll be too hard to picture, you know? But that's okay, you know? Yeah, you know what, Jaden, you're right. I consider that all. I consider that the most. And, you know, when I was a teenager, I still cared about people. When I was a little ass kid, I still cared about people, right? When I was that little weirdo, like people that know me, right, that have known me all my life, okay, and then grew up with me and saw me through junior high school and high school, knew I was a weirdo, okay, you guys. Like, I wasn't like them. I wasn't like anybody, okay? So, and oh my gosh, you guys. I know you all have stories. I would love to hear some, honestly. Would love to hear some of your guys' stories because I know we've all been through some stuff, right? But I know there are happy memories. I know there are bad memories, right? To me, it's more important to hold on happier memories, right? Um, and we think it's so serious in junior high school and high school, right? It's so tough. It's so hard, right? But then when we're like my age, I'm like 48, guys. I might not look it, but I'm 48 years old, right? And I look back at my life, I'm like, damn, I was just a goofy ass little kid. I was like, oh, no wonder people thought it was weird. That's really not considered normal. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I think being genuine is more important than being considered normal, okay? I think being who you really are and being true to yourself is more important than giving a care about what people think, their opinions of us, right? I say be good to everybody, all right? Protect yourself. You've got to protect yourself. You've got to use discernment. But in my life, I just try to be good to everybody. I try not to be mean. I try not to treat anybody badly, you know? When I was younger, there was a lot I didn't know and didn't understand. In my 20s, I was a lot more mature than most 20-year-olds, you know? And when I was 15, I was more mature than most 15-year-olds. When I was 11, they thought I was 15. When I was 15, they thought I was in my 20s, and so on and so forth, right? So I'm a little different. I'm built a little different. And everybody's built a little different, right? Their weaknesses, well, what they consider weaknesses, because I honestly think everybody's beautiful. I think everybody's beautiful. I think they all have goodness in them. I think they all have a piece of the Holy Spirit in them. Some of it is just asleep and it's just waiting to be awakened, you know? But once it's woken up, once something triggers that fire in your heart and your soul, you know what you want to do to make the world a better place. I mean, there's no stopping it. And that's what I think terrifies people, right? So, I'm just going to tell you all, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go through your life. Make the best of it. Be good to as many people as you can along the way. Protect yourself the best you can along the way. Use discernment in everything that you study and research, biblical, spiritual, cultural, all of it. Like, I really don't know what else to say when it comes to that, because I don't want to be on here talking about myself. When I do talk about myself, it's literally because I know there are some things that I might mention that might help people in their own life. So that's why I share my stories, okay? And let me tell you something else. I'm actually just going to put this out here because I'm feeling called to share this message, right? So, in 1996, my little brother he had just turned 13, okay, in March. He disappeared in August, okay? He had just turned 13. He disappeared in August. He had an argument with my mom, right? And he left, but I feel like there was a lot more weighing on his heart than just the argument with my mom. I think he was going through a whole lot of things because not only was he ADHD, he was trying not to be medicated. My mom and dad thought Being medicated was the best for him, but it just made him feel like an outsider even more. Um, Eventually, they did take him off of that. It was Ritalin, right? The first time they started experimenting with Ritalin and stuff. So they took him off of that, and he learned that just a cup of coffee, just a little. We learned a little cup of coffee goes a long way for ADD and ADHD children. Okay, if you have anxiety, I wouldn't recommend it, but because it doesn't help anxiety. But I'm no doctor. Um, so basically, my little brother was going through his growing pains, and putting myself in his shoes. He was hitting puberty, he was learning what love felt like. He really liked this one girl, Bernice. He had the biggest crush on her. And I think that was really what would be considered his first love. I'm not going to mention too much about her stepdad because, yeah, you guys probably picked that up. Anyways, I don't want to put people's business out there. Anyway, so she was a beautiful little girl, man. She was sweet. She was kind. She was strong. She was one of the strongest girls I'd ever seen, right? So I understand what my brother saw in her. But my little brother was just starting to learn about life, you know? He was just starting to learn about life. And he went on a walk after the argument and he disappeared. So we don't know if he was kidnapped or if he ran away intentionally. We don't know. But he came up missing in 1996, okay? We searched for him for 3 years. Searched for him for 3 years nonstop. My dad ran himself into the ground. Made himself crazy, dude. Looking in the darkest, scariest places for my little brother, too. He was looking everywhere for my little brother, right? A father's love knows no bounds, okay? Understand that God, when he loves you as a father that loves you to no end. He will search for you. He will look for you. He will hunt you down, okay? Just to make sure you're safe and that you eventually go back into his arms. This is just from my own experience, and you'll notice sometimes when I talk, I'll just start saying random things. That's channeled messages, okay? So these are things that you can tell when my voice changes, all right? That came from God, okay? That came from God. So anyways, also with my little brother, okay, for the whole 3 years we all searched, every single one of us. You can ask everybody in the little town of Henderson how hard our family searched for my little brother, okay? And they will say the same thing. We love that kid to no end, you know? My dad went through so much. He went through so much just trying to find him. He had it harder than any of us, and all of us were having it hard, believe me. So basically, what we found out 3 years later, after a John Walsh episode, they put the face to a body that they found, right? And it looked like me, but it wasn't me. It was my brother, okay? So they figured it out because of recent dental records and everything like that, right? And basically that was one of the hardest things our family ever had to go through. Turns out he had been dead since 1996. We saw him the day they found the body on the news. Only I knew because he had borrowed my sleep boxers that day. So what they found the skeleton dressed in was exactly what my little brother left the house in. I had a feeling that I might not see him ever again. I tried to stop him. I tried to ask if he wanted me to walk with him. And he said, no, I'll be okay. I just need to clear my head, right? And that's what he told me. But I had a feeling deep inside me, I had a feeling that that was going to be the last day I was going to see my brother. And sure enough, it was. So the reason I had a feeling something was coming is because normally I don't pay attention to what my brother wears, right? But that day I remember every detail. He had a white t-shirt on. He had green, long green jean shorts on. He had a brown unisex belt on. He had borrowed my sleep boxers. They were white and they had bright purple stripes on it, okay? And he had on the generic brand of combat boots. And he had on one white string and one red string. And that's exactly what they found him in, okay? So my heart already knew, plus the entire time that he was missing, I kept getting dreams and out-of-body experiences and visions of my little brother coming from the direction of Lake Mead, okay, to our house, and he came from the same direction all the time. So I know he was trying to reach out to me the whole time, okay? And he was trying to reach out to me the entire time, you guys. And each stage that I saw him in my dream would have been the stage of his body as a corpse, okay? So it was very creepy. We did find him 3 years later after his body had been excavated twice, and they had him underneath a Jane Doe because his hip bone was missing and his right arm was missing. If his right arm was on him, we would have known it right away because the bone would have been double jointed because he broke it twice in a row and it healed double jointed. Once from a skateboard and once from falling out of a tree. This kid. Anyways. Anyway, he was a beautiful little soul, right? His light shone so bright. So it was very sad when we lost him. And it was sad when our family had to search for him for 3 years. And then just to find out that he'd been dead since 1996, since the year he disappeared, since within 24 hours after he disappeared, right? It was the hardest thing for our family. So, that being said, that is only one of the painful journeys that me and my family have been on, okay, and gotten through with the faith of God. We didn't understand it back then, but we understand now. I'm the only one that really could have handled knowing right then, right? This is where my controversial stuff comes in. I believe in soul contracts, and I believe that when we die, we get more chances, right? In the Bible it says we're refined like gold, refined with fire, like gold and silver, and I believe that's what happens when we die, okay? Maybe we stand at the pearly gates, and God looks at us and says, hey, these are all the good things you did. We're going to bless you and reward you for these. These are all the bad things you did. This is what we have to punish you for. This is what we have to burn away, okay? And then you get another chance at life. You get another go at it. Don't mess up this time, right? And remember this lesson. And that's what I feel like happens when we die, okay? My own opinion, of course, my own thoughts and feelings on it. It comes from a deeper place in my soul, right? Some of you will understand this, some of you won't. If you believe in past lives, you understand. If you know about old souls, you'll understand. If not, you won't. But I am an old soul. I feel like I've been here many lifetimes and had many tragic endings. But Every single time, you guys, that things have happened to me in this life, I've come back, rising up like the phoenix, okay? And I believe that all humans are capable of that, all right? I just think that when we rely on our own strength, it's harder, okay? If we have our faith and we believe in God, I feel like it makes us stronger in more ways than we could ever know, right? And whether people understand it or believe it or not, I feel like God's very close to me. I feel like He's always looking out for us. And when I share these messages, I believe they will help somebody, okay? I believe that they will change somebody's life, or that they will, for the better too. I think it'll be for the better. And it'll give them their strength, the strength that they need to pull through. Three, that's interesting. That probably came through for a reason too. Anyways, so basically, like, all the stuff that happened with my brother, how hard it was for our family to go through it. It was the strength and faith that we had in God that got us through it. And we stuck together as a family instead of ripping each other apart, right? Blaming, we didn't do the blame game. We didn't point fingers. We didn't argue because we were hurting. Because everybody was freaking hurting, you guys. Like, this is what I don't understand. Some families, when they lose loved ones, okay, they'll fight. Mostly about money, right? Oh, well, there's an inheritance, da 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 da. Let's do that. How much this, how much that, blah 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 blah, right? You know how it goes. And I'm just like, dude, who gives a crap about the money? You just lost somebody you loved. Like, what in the actual, you know what, dude? Okay? I'm sorry, but people need to heal. Okay? They need to heal. And if they're fighting about money still, they got a lot of healing to do. If they're thinking only about money and they got greedy feelings in their heart still, then they need to go in and do the inner work and realize, hey, I shouldn't think like that. I shouldn't feel like that. I shouldn't act like that. I shouldn't treat this person like that. We're all we are all human. We will all make mistakes. We will all fall short of the Lord. He knows this. He made us, okay? But the point is, dude, love each other, okay? Love each other, protect each other, support each other. Don't attack each other, hold grudges. Stay mad about, hurtful words. Most of the time when hurtful words are exchanged, people don't mean it. They're just hurting. They're just hurting. So everybody's hurting, okay, in their own way. When you have your fallouts with your friends and your families, just try to put yourself in their shoes as much as you can. Try to understand their point of view as much as you can. If you can help them, you can help them. If they don't want to change and you know they need to change, then you can't help them much more than planting the seed, right? You can help them more, than saying, I love you. I love you and I forgive you. I know you're just going through something. I know you've been through a lot in your own life. I know there is still a lot of you that is not healed. And I know you don't mean to hurt the people that you hurt. This is for the people that truly don't mean to hurt people, of course. But family's family, you guys. And whether they're your good family that loves you dearly or they're your karmic family, it doesn't matter. They're your family, okay? They're your family. They're all you have. They're all you'll have in the end. So hold fast to that. Hold fast to that. Do everything in your own power to make things right with your family, okay? If you're one that chooses to have faith in God and trust God, then add that to it, and man, you'll see some crazy miracles happen. I promise. It won't be quick. It's never quick. It always takes time, but eventually you'll understand, right? And that's if you choose that path, of course. So that's one of the things my family has been through, okay, with my little brother, and a lot of the lessons that I learned along the way. You should always hug the people you love and tell them you love them. If you argue, you hurt their feelings, you should always tell them you're sorry, okay? Mean it. Don't just say, I'm sorry, and then go do it again. Mean it. Like, actually really mean it. Your family's all you have. Some of you have lost your dearest friends and have regretted not giving them hugs, not telling them you love them, okay? Don't beat yourself up, but look at life differently from this point on. Understand that was a lesson. It was painful. It's a terrible loss, but it was a lesson. And let's be truthful, it's a wolf's den out here. So if you've lost someone you love, they're in a better place, okay? And if they were suffering before they left, they're in a better place, okay? Know that everything happens for a reason. Know that everything happens for a reason, and we won't understand it first. We will understand later. There are things in this world we really want to stop. Horrible things, which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to trigger anybody. I'm sure I'm already triggering some people here. Sorry in advance. I really don't mean anything by it, just to bring awareness. Hopefully to encourage people to be better people. Do good things with their life. Help others. Love others. Help others heal. Heal yourself as well, though. You got to take time to heal yourself before you can really help others heal. And people won't start their healing process unless they're ready to start their healing process. So keep that in mind too as you go. I feel like that also came from God. But we all have trials in life. We all go through unimaginable sufferings that we really wish we didn't have to go through. And a lot of us feel like it's not necessary to go through that to grow. But the truth is, we have to go through what we have to go through to grow, to learn. Especially those of you who move on with your life later and you have kids of your own, you need to know what to protect your kids against. If you've had childhood trauma, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. I don't have to say a thing, okay? And if you didn't go through those things yourself, you would not know how to help your children if they happen to go through it. But if you've gone through things with your childhood trauma, unimaginable things, right? Make sure that you keep that in mind and watch for the signs in your own children. Not only that, break the cycle. Also, make sure that you protect them the best that you can. Relationships, I know they're hard. I know moms and dads, kids, everyone, family. We all go through our things, but let me tell you, if you have kids and you and their parent, their other parent, has split, not use the kids as weapons. Do not use the kids as weapons. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The kids are blessings, not freaking weapons, okay? Straight up. Don't do that to your kids. End the trauma, end the cycle. And if you split up with somebody and you move on, the time in between, I have to go back because I'm trying not to jump ahead here. You split up with somebody, you have kids with them. Those kids feel everything you feel, tenfold. Okay? So take your children's thoughts and feelings into consideration. Take time to sit down and talk. Take time to sit down and listen. Take time to let them know that you are there and you do love them. And even though it's a hard thing that had to happen, that you will be there for them as much as you can. That will give you and your children strength to keep going. Okay? And it will begin the healing process. Then, when you finally heal, and you choose, and I say heal, because before you let somebody into your life again, make sure you're as healed as possible. Don't do this rebound thing. Don't just jump the gun. Don't just jump to the next person. Okay? Don't do it. You will regret it. You will regret it. You will regret it immensely. Okay? No rebound relationships, you guys. All right? And your exes are exes for a reason. So don't go back to them if it was a really good reason to be away from them. Okay? If you bring another person into your life after you have split with your partner and you have children, make sure they're good for you and your children. You will not know right away. You may not know. You can date for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 2 years and still not know your partner. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Take your time getting to know the other people that you will decide to have in your life. Use discernment. Trust your gut instinct 100%. Okay, don't ever mistrust your instinct. Don't. Because that's your inner knowing helping you protect yourself and your children. Okay? Straight up. Anyways, going to the next part of the journey. I'll stay on here with you guys for a while. I'll probably share this part of the journey and then take a break for a while. I hope that whatever I've discussed here with you guys, I hope that you've heard it. I hope that you've listened with your heart and used discernment. And more than anything, I hope it helps somebody. Okay? I will take some time to pop into the comments. All right? But I just wanted to get that out there because these are the important messages I felt drawn to sharing with you guys when I woke up at 4:44 a.m. in the morning for some crazy ass reason. So yeah, if I wake up in the middle of the night with a message, it's important. Period. That's why I'm here. So, next message. Well, actually, the final part of the last message, right? Because I forgot to tell you how my brother died. Okay. So, my little brother was murdered. Okay. The craziest part of the legacy, check this out, the part that nobody saw coming at all. It was a miracle he was found. It was a miracle that we didn't know for 3 years because nobody in my family could have lasted. They couldn't have taken that. That was divine timing. That was God moving with a purpose. Okay? And the most painful times we could be going through. So, those two things being said, I mean, there's so much more to it. You guys have no idea how crazy the way God works is, okay? And just know when we found out, though it killed us and it threatened to rip our family apart, and it threatened to break us into a million pieces, okay? Our family stayed together. We stayed strong. We backed each other up. We helped each other heal. We told each other we loved each other every single day after that. Nobody leaves the house without giving each other a hug now. That's a lot. So, final part of the first message. The legacy that we did not see coming. Are you guys ready for this? I don't think you are. My mother and father wrote a book called Beyond the City Lights about our journey of faith, the strength that our faith and our God got us through, right? He got us through. They shared his testimony. They shared his life story, okay? They shared his testimony. This is just the beginning. You guys don't know. This is a book called Beyond the City Lights, Beyond the City Lights, about my brother Michael Cameron Rainey. Okay? Little town of Henderson knows who he is. They wrote a story. We got calls from people in jail saying it changed their lives. I found out that my little brother's light and his heart touched more people than even I knew. Because as I was working at the El Dorado Casino, which I was working there for a while, people were coming up to me, telling me beautiful things about my brother, and I didn't even know they knew him. Okay? And that's just a start. My dad went into family of murder victims, missing child seekers, teenage intervention programs. Missing child seekers, you guys. Family of murder victims. This was a counseling group for people, other people who've lost their family members to murder. Okay? Teenage Intervention Program is a program that helped intervene before kids ran away. Thousands of people. My father and my mother helped thousands of people with my brother's story. Okay? I share my brother's story every chance I get. I know I'm changing lives as I go too. So that's a very deep, very powerful legacy from an innocent murder victim, okay? Also, shortly after everything got figured out with my brother, we found out he was dead and everything. We found out that he died within the first 24 hours of his disappearance, right? So you know what they did? You know what that was? That was the straw that broke the camel's back, okay? So many other children had lost their lives because people are like, oh, well, you can't report them missing because, you know, you gotta wait for 24 hours before you report them missing, right? Yeah. You know how many lives could have been saved if they dropped that shit a long time ago? Period. So yeah, that is one of the mic drop parts, okay? You know what else they did? And also, there's another girl, I'm not going to go into it, but her legacy caught a serial rapist murder, okay? Her suffering, her legacy, her survival caught a dude that had killed 21 motherfucking people, possibly 22. Caught him, he got in prison for life, he died in prison, okay? He suffered with cancer in prison by choice. Okay, call it karma, call it a lesson. I don't know what you want to call that, but damn, what in the actual, you know what? And my little brother was part of the legacy of the Amber Alert along with that little girl. Okay? My little brother was one of the first people of the people that have lost to trigger that, drop the 24-hour reporting period and the Amber Alert. So damn, what kind of fucking legacy? You guys, my heart. Do you know how powerful that actually is? Sorry. That was just my brother's legacy. My son's legacy's got a whole nother thing coming. My 27-year-old son succumbed to his addictions, okay? He chose a life of suffering with his addictions from like 22 on. 27 years, dude. It's fresh in my heart because we lost him November 6th. We raised enough money to cremate him. We raised enough money for a celebration of life, but there was like a month in between all of us, right? And there was 3 months in between the time of his death and the time of his celebration of life. My son's beautiful. He has a beautiful heart, and honestly, I'm not so sure he wasn't my little brother come back, honestly. Mommy. And that's my boy. Look at this beautiful kid, you guys. It's a sad loss. But you know, I know a lot of people who have suffered with opioid addictions. I know a lot of people who have lost people to the big S, right? I know a lot of people who were strong enough, amazingly strong enough to get through it, to get clean, okay? And they have crazy ass testimonies, dude. This is a big dream, but I have a feeling God's gonna make it happen, alright? What could have saved my son, okay? If he was ready, what could have saved my son? One place in a decent neighborhood, not the crap neighborhood where all of the drugs and stuff are, okay? All the recovery places they have, they're in the crap neighborhoods, dude. They're in the crap neighborhoods with all of the, drugs right there where everybody can reach them, right? How is anyone going to get well? And how's anybody going to get well and survive if people are just feeding them drugs on the street, okay? What could have saved my son, okay, is one place that provided food, shelter, clothing, hygiene, counseling, professional medical help, okay? Professional people that know how to handle like Suboxone clinics, right? Rehab. If all of this could be covered, all right? If all of this could have been covered in a decent neighborhood, right? And also, Um, once they successfully got clean, sorry, it's really late. I think that not only getting counseling is important, getting the mental health that they need is important, getting clean completely from the drugs, their addictions, okay, is so important. Um, if they made it that far, get them their counseling, right? And I think a class could have like maybe a month-long class after they got clean, right? Could kind of help refilter them into society as clean and healed individuals, and and then they could have changed their lives, right? So I'm summing it up like in a nutshell. I'm not really going into full detail of it. There's a lot that I would like to do, but I would like to open a clinic that provides all of those things, okay? Provides all of those things, and one that will actually be filled with people that are qualified, okay? Qualified to help people for real, like in every way. Not the ones that just care about money, but the ones that actually care about people and humans and just love, unconditional love, right? And patience. They have to be strong too. And counseling, actual professional counselors, okay? Not counselors that are just gonna feed you more drugs. I don't think medicating people is the best option, okay? In all cases. In some cases, yes, medicating people are good. But just know if there was a place like that for my son, while he chose that place, while he chose that lifestyle. He chose to be on the streets with his lifestyle. That was the hardest thing for me because I'm his damn mother, okay? You think I want to see my kid suffering on the street? You think I want to worry every single night if he's okay? No. Moms who've had children that are addicts know my pain. I have other children, little children, so I couldn't have him here with me anyway. As much as I wanted him here with me, I couldn't do that, right? So he chose that path. He was strong, he was smart, he was a survivor. He was a brilliant little light, dude. Like, he was a huge light, actually. I found out that he saved this homeless guy on the street. I help a lot of the homeless, right? And I found out one of the homeless guys that I helped, his name was Jeremy. I found out that my son literally saved his life. Literally saved his life. Do you know how crazy that is, dude? My son chose that life. But he chose to love. And he chose to love right, and he chose to love hard. When he left with his soul intact. His mind was a little bit of a mess, but you know what? His soul was intact. His heart was intact. His love was intact. That boy had so much love in his heart, he could have changed the world if he was still around. So, I'm not even going to say if, when things go good and I get enough money up, which eventually I will, okay, God willing, of course, I want to open a clinic just like that to help other people save their children, save their family members, okay? So just a heads up, that's where my heart is. For anyone that ever misunderstood me in the past, this is what my love is like. And just know, we lose the ones we love. It hurts like hell. But there's a much higher purpose in all of it eventually. I hate to end things on a sad note, you guys. But I'm gonna end it on a good note too. Stay strong. Believe in yourself. Take all of your power back. Don't let anybody tell you who you're gonna be. Don't let anybody sit back and judge you, or just let them judge you and don't give a you know what, okay? Because you know what? Everybody deserves a chance to live. Everybody deserves a chance to be happy. Everybody deserves a chance to know what love is and to be loved, okay? And also to help love people. There is a purpose for everything and everyone on this planet, okay? We may not know it now, but eventually we will all know our purpose, okay? And I hope that my love and strength can give you guys some love, light, and strength and keep you going and help you not give up on life. If you have addictions, right? I really hope that you want to get clean for your family, for your loved ones, okay? And if you do, I'm praying for your strength. I'm praying for healing. I'm praying for the joy and the happiness of you and your family and the ones you love, okay? I hope that my stories can give you guys some strength. I have gotten through so much, you guys have no idea. Those are just two of my sufferings in my life, okay? I'm not going to go into detail about the rest, but just know I have been through hell and I have come out like the phoenix, straight up. And I will keep going and I'll keep rising up like the phoenix. And I pray to God that you all do the same, okay? I hope this helps you guys heal and that helps you guys, figure out the direction you really want to go in your life and helps you figure out what you really want to do in life, and then all of you reach your goals and your dreams, whatever they may be, especially if they're positive, if they're super positive and they can change people's lives. I really pray that those dreams and hopes come true for you guys. I know there are people out there that feel like they can't go on. I know there are people out there that feel like they have no one. But everybody in this world, okay, feels alone. Alright? The truth is, and we're all in it together, okay? Just because we don't say it, just because we don't speak it, just because we don't share it, doesn't mean that we don't feel it. Alright? And I pray, if you're one of those people, that you understand you are beautiful. The Creator created you out of pure love. And He loves you. He loves you so much. And you may not see it and you may not believe it. You may not be able to understand it. You may be focused on your sufferings. You may be focused on your hardships. You may not see the blessings and the strength in your life experiences, but know you can come out strong as fuck. Okay, you guys? You can come out stronger. You can go on with your life and you can get your strength built up. You can heal. You can bring the people that you deserve into your life. You can learn how to love people the way they need to be loved while learning to love yourself, okay? Be strong. Be strong and don't give up. Even if it is just for yourself, be strong and don't give up, okay? But if you have family, if you have kids, you have loved ones, you have friends that care about you, keep them in mind too, alright? Don't go doing anything crazy. That felt like it came from God, even with that look. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm signing off. I really hope that this video reaches all the people that it needs to reach, and I hope that it helps give you all strength, awareness, and to help you understand that there's so much more to life than people could ever possibly understand or even know. When you think there's nothing in life for you left, keep looking, because everything on this planet was made for us, okay, you guys? The trees, the birds, the flowers. Yeah, I'm gonna go all hippie on you. But all of it was made for us, okay? Love was made for us all, and we were all made to love. Signing off. I love you guys. I'll be back. Um, I'll probably be back. Also, just a heads up, 333, March 3rd at 3:33 in the morning. There is a blood moon eclipse. I'll be back. Love you guys. Sorry, phone's acting up. Maybe I'm supposed to stay here a little longer. The phone doesn't want to hang up. How interesting. Very interesting. Alright, you guys. I really am trying to leave. My phone is being very uncooperative right now for some reason. So if somebody pops in before I can sign off, maybe I can just give you guys a little smile. Help you feel the love. And just understand we all go through things for a reason. And even hard things that we go through have a higher purpose, okay? Sending you all strength and love, healing and light, okay? Sending you all blessings. Be well.